beautiful people of the world, thank you so much for joining me here on Lumiere Tarot. My name is Claire Summer. I've got a beautiful pick a card reading for you today, and today's reading is Who is Thinking About You? Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at that today. Please bear in mind that the person who's thinking about you may not be the person that you want to be thinking about you, but you know, whatever message you get today is the message that Spirit wants to bring you, so bear that in mind. I would also like to say, if it doesn't quite resonate, then always check out one of the other groups, because I usually find that Spirit has guided you towards a particular video for a reason, and sometimes we can get in our own way when we make the selection. I don't know if you've ever had that experience. I know that happens to me sometimes, and you can find that one of the other groups may resonate. All right, so yes, I've got 4 beautiful groups for you today. I will insert an overhead shot, one with crystals and one without crystals, so that you are able to make your selection however you prefer to do that. Okay, so you can just pause the video, you can use your intuition. We've got group 1, which is the Citrine. We've got group 2, which is the Labradorite. We've got group 3, which is the Celestite. And we've got group 4, which is the raw rose quartz. Okay, so make your selection. Timestamps are in the description box below this video, and I will see you in a moment. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading, everyone who picked group number 1. This is for everybody who picked the Citrine crystal. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in the cards and see who is thinking about you right now. If it doesn't resonate, or you think, oh, this sounds more like me and my personality, which sometimes happens to us, then it's often a message from Spirit that there is something about yourself that you are neglecting, and perhaps you need to think about yourself a little bit in some aspects in order to kind of nourish yourself or bring yourself back into balance. So bear that in mind. And also I've got this bowl of letters as well, so I'm going to be picking some letters a little bit later just to see if that resonates. So I'll start with your tarot cards, and I will look at your oracle cards in a moment. All right, so opening the reading with the beautiful King of Cups. This is from the Fountain Tarot. All my decks are linked in the description box. This is the 8 of Swords, Ace of Cups, Knight of Swords, Page of Coins, King of Swords, King of Wands, Temperance, and the 6 of Cups. Okay, so maybe dealing with a Sagittarius in your reading, or a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio is indicated here, so that may resonate for you. What I'm finding so interesting about this is that your reading is bookended by these 2 cards. So this is the King of Cups, and then this is the 6 of Cups. So this indicates someone who is a soulmate for you, like part of your spiritual soul family. So it could be in a romantic sense, or it could even be just like a kindred spirit. So you're kind of kindred spirits in this lifetime, and this is what your reading is bookended by. These 2 cards both represent soulmates or kindred spirits. So definitely someone who you resonate with really deeply is what I'm seeing here. King of Cups does indicate this is someone who is a friend, or just you know, is a good friend to you is what I'm hearing, regardless of whether or not they're family or that it's romantic or whatever. They're just a good friend to you. They're a good listener, and I sense that this person, when you talk to them, you get clarity, or you feel better, or they're just a good friend to people. You know, they're quite, you know, they've got a lot of integrity like that. I feel like it's someone who has quite a multifaceted personality. Who's thinking about you. With this 8 of Swords, it may be somebody that maybe has some anxiety or depression from time to time, but it's just also indicated next to the Ace of Cups like this, that maybe your person is worried about how you feel about them. So that's indicated here as well. There's some sort of issue or worry to do with love and relationships, or perhaps to do with their relationship with you, and they're just worried about expressing that emotion, or worried that perhaps you don't feel the same way, or or there's some sort of fear-based energy here, which may resonate with you. You may not know that that's how they feel. Knight of Swords, it could be somebody who is in and out of your life, maybe somebody that isn't necessarily in your life, but you communicate over social media or things like this, but you don't have a lot of face-to-face time with them. That may be indicated here. Maybe somebody who travels a lot, so you don't spend that much time with them. Or again, it's just indicated that it could be somebody that you talk to a lot, but maybe don't see as much, or somebody who's just in and out of your life for whatever reason. So that's indicated here. This is interesting. We've got the Page of Pentacles right at the center of your reading. This is such a magical card, and I feel like this is quite a spiritual person. We've got King of Cups, Six of Cups, Temperance, and then this Page of Pentacles at the center of your reading. This is somebody who isn't particularly materialistic. This is somebody who understands that there's more to life than meets the eye, and knows that material things, even though they are fun and pleasurable, and not necessarily the be-all and end-all of human experience. I sense that they really like human connection, you know, that they're quite community focused, and or just family and tribe focused. I feel like this person is very affable, you know, they kind of get on with people by being authentic. This is a very authentic person who is thinking about you right now. So this is a little bit of magic here at the center of your reading with this Page of Pentacles. So it's somebody who knows to ask the deeper questions. They really want to know what life is all about, really. So, you know, they understand that it's not just the 3D, they understand a little bit about the 5D. Perhaps they're interested in expanding their consciousness, or learning about the law of attraction, or their own personal development. That's very, that's indicated here as well. It's so interesting because we've got 3 kings here as well. So King of Cups, King of Swords, and King of Wands. I don't think I've ever seen a reading like it. So definitely a lot of excuse me, masculine energy represented here. Not necessarily a man, maybe a man, but maybe just somebody who expresses a lot of that yang masculine energy through their personality. Okay, so maybe somebody who's got who's a little bit older than you, or is an old soul. That's definitely indicated here. And I feel like they are they may be you know, working towards goals. So definitely somebody who is who knows what they want in life. You know, they're not wishy-washy. They really show up to life, and they know which direction they're going in. They may have a position of authority or be working towards it as well. So that's indicated. But I sense that with all this king energy, it's somebody who's a leader in some way, maybe in terms of actually leading people, or in terms of the way that they think about things. I sense that this person sees the world slightly differently to other people in a way that is really positive. You know, maybe they're a light worker in some way. They may also, I'm sensing that they're a good communicator, so they may be a teacher or a journalist or a writer or something like this, or they may have a podcast, or with this King of Swords energy, this indicates that you know, they may be quite analytical, so maybe in the lawyering profession or something like this. So just something where they communicate a lot, or where they're very analytical and they have to really use their logic to you know, as part of their career. That's what I'm seeing. But I sense that this person really likes the outdoors. They may like to travel, they may like adventure. This is what I'm picking up on. They've got a lot of energy and enthusiasm for life. They really want to get the most out of life. They're really like got this attitude like you've only got one life, you've really got to live it. And they're sort of ploughing forward with things. I feel like they're the sort of person that you really like to have at a party, that they get on with people, just this passion for life, that they've got a high vibration. That's definitely indicated here. And that they're fun. They're fun to be around. You know, like they maybe create a bit of mischief, or they really like just to have fun. You can have a good laugh with them. So I feel like on the whole, their job might be quite serious, but they don't take life too seriously, or that they're just, they've got a good sense of humour. They might be quite, with this Knight of Swords, I sense that they might have quite a sharp wit or a quick wit as well. Okay, so yeah, and it's just indicated with this Temperance card and the Six of Cups that maybe they've been through some stuff in their life. You know, maybe they have been on a healing journey, and this is why they are why they ask these deeper questions, why they look at life a little bit deeper to other people. So I feel like they're quite grounded as well. I feel like this Temperance card really, because it's next to this King of Wands, it sort of tempers, slows down, grounds some of that passionate energy, you know, stops them from being too fiery. But next to the Six of Cups like this, I feel like they've been on a healing journey which has brought them closer to themselves. They may have had a difficult childhood or a difficult time in their family life, or struggled with something, and have kind of come through that, is kind of built their character. So this is someone of strong character that I'm seeing. I'm going to pick some letters now, so let me pick them out and then I'll read them to you. This is why it'd be better if I had a bag, but it didn't arrive in time. I bought a beautiful velvet bag to do it, but it hasn't arrived. So we're just going to make do. Okay, this is interesting. We've got a U. Two R's represented here. So R may be significant with this, with your person. And then an O and an I has come out as well. So that may be significant. And then we will look at your oracle cards. So we have the card The World. This is a number 29, so that may be significant to you. Which breaks down to an 11, which breaks down to 2. So that may be significant to you as well. I sense that your person likes to travel, or they've got aspirations to travel. Maybe that they are from a different culture, country or background to you. So that's indicated here, especially because we've got the King of Wands as well. And the Knight of Swords and the King of Swords. I just feel like this is somebody who's well educated, somebody who's quite well travelled, or has you know, the desire to really see the world and get off the beaten track. We have the card Perfectionism, so it may be that they're a little bit of a perfectionist in what they do. You know, it's just like they do things properly, or they don't do things at all. They may be quite hard on themselves. They may definitely you know, want to do a good job in whatever it is that they're doing, you know, for people. They want to show up to life and do things well. It also says here permission to make mistakes, so it could be indicated that perhaps they've made a mistake with you, right? Maybe they did something wrong, maybe they acted out of their integrity. It's just kind of showing up here, so that may resonate, that they feel like they took the wrong path, or they said or did something wrong, and that they've made a mistake. You know, so a mistake is something that they can look back on, recognize, and you know, are sorry for and regret. So that may be indicated here, and that's sort of mirrored in this Eight of Swords to Ace of Cups energy. So you know, it may be indicated for some of you, not all of you. This is just a message for some of you that they feel like they've done something wrong in some way. But if this is the case, then it will resonate with you. And then we've got the animal spirit called Zebra, which is so lovely. So this is very creative, very spiritual as well. Zebras may be a spirit animal for you, so that may resonate with you in your situation. The zebra spirit also indicates somebody who's a free thinker. They're not caught up by just the rigidity, can I say that? Rigidity of society's rules and stuff. You know, they think outside the box. They're very authentic. They want to live their own life on their own terms, and that they're, again, lots of fun. So like, even if you are not in a particularly good mood, I sense that when you're with this person, they can cheer you up or just lead you into having a good time, even on the saddest of days. So they've got that beautiful spirit in them where they want to, you know, bring joy to other people, or it's just something that's natural for them. Okay. That's everything that I have for you in this reading. It's been super fun. I have loved spending this time and energy with me. I look forward to talking to you in the comments. But yes, if you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations. They're all available on my website. There's more information on there. They're linked in the description box. People have been getting amazing results with creating transformation in their lives, in love, relationships, and abundance and prosperity. So yes, if you're looking to get back into the flow of life, into right alignment, then this will really help you. You don't need to be good at meditation to do this. You can just relax and let the sounds wash over you. So it's a super way of nourishing yourself, really simply. All right. But yes, it's been so lovely. Have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading, everyone who picked group number 2. This is for everybody who picked the beautiful Labradorite smooth palm stone. Okay, so I just want to say today, if you find that it sounds like it's describing more about you than another person, then this is sometimes an indication from spirit that you need to self-reflect a little bit and maybe come home to yourself or nourish yourself in some way. So if you recognize yourself, it can either mean that you are dealing with someone that you have a lot in common with, or who is your soulmate, and so you mirror each other, or it could be that it is a call for you to somehow reflect on your own personal circumstances and maybe need to nourish yourself a little bit in life right now, which I think is lovely. But I'm going to take a look at the messages in these cards and see who is thinking about you today. I'll start with your tarot and I will look at your oracle cards in a moment. So opening your reading with 4 of Cups, I am using the Fountain Tarot to begin with today. All my decks are linked in the description box. This is 6 of Cups. Very beautiful. 3 of Wands in reverse. The Hanged Man. Knight of Cups at the center of your reading. The Magician. 7 of Cups in reverse. The Hierophant. And Strength. Okay, so you may be dealing with a Taurus or a Leo. That is indicated here in this situation. That's the primary energy that I'm getting here. Oh, I also meant to tell you, I've got this beautiful bowl of lovely letters. So I'm going to draw some letters later as well. I ordered a beautiful velvet bag to put them all in, but it didn't arrive in time, so we're just going to make do. This is a really specific message that I'm looking at right now. So, you know, take what resonates, leave the rest. This does seem like a romantic connection to me rather than a friendship or family, but just take out how it resonates. So I feel like opening this reading with 4 of Cups, I just feel like, and then we've got the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups represents a soulmate or a kindred spirit, okay? So you may be dealing with a soulmate or kindred spirit, but I just feel like there is this indication here of some sort of misunderstanding or just separation or distance from one another. And I see that here because we've got the 3 of Wands in reverse. So this could be a physical distance between you both, or it could be an energetic or emotional distance between you and this person who is thinking about you. All right, so definitely a kindred spirit or a soulmate that we're seeing here. But it's somebody who is feeling very despondent about how, you know, about your connection. They feel a little bit despondent about it. They're feeling maybe some loss or some sadness or some confusion about this connection right now in this moment as they're thinking about you. So there's this energy of like ships that pass in the night, or of a missed opportunity, or kind of not being able to get on the same page energetically. Maybe you keep missing each other, maybe you keep misunderstanding each other, but it feels like they want an opportunity to connect with you, and for some reason that hasn't happened. It's like you're not quite in right alignment, is what I'm seeing here with this Three of Wands in reverse. They're quite impatient to connect with you in this way, or to kind of sort this out. But yeah, they're feeling quite despondent about this. Could be like a really deep friendship, you know, with the Six of Cups, kindred spirit. It could be somebody from your soul tribe, or somebody from your past represented here as well. So we've got the Hanged Man. So they're impatient, but they're kind of all tied up, is what I'm seeing here with this Hanged Man energy. They're kind of all tied up in this. Their emotions, something to do with you. There's this energy of stagnation that I'm seeing with this Hanged Man energy. I'm sensing like there's a reflective quality here as well. Six of Cups, Four of Cups, Hanged Man. Like there's a reflective quality, you know, that they're having time to reflect, which again indicates some kind of physical or emotional distance between you. But yeah, they're feeling very bound, very tied up emotionally to you, and about whatever it is that's going on between you. The reason why I think it's a romantic connection is because we have the beautiful Knight of Cups in the center of your reading. So this is quite significant. I feel like, you know, this is someone who's quite romantic, maybe was romantic with you in the past, or wants to be romantic with you. Maybe somebody who has a crush on you, but somebody who wants to come forward and express their feelings. And with the Magician, it's someone who wants to kind of transform something, transform your connection or your relationship in some way, to maybe express their feelings, express their emotions. Maybe they've got something to say, maybe they want to make a romantic gesture, maybe they want to come towards you in a loving way. So that may resonate. So but that's what I see here with this. The Magician is really about transforming things. It may be that this person who's thinking about you is a really good manifester, you know, has manifested quite a good life for themselves, or that they come into alignment with things, you know, with some things in their life in quite a beautiful way. I feel like this is an energy of divine timing as well. There's a little bit of divine timing at play with this connection, which I feel that maybe has been off and has caused things to stall, or be a little bit challenging, or a little bit difficult, or feel a little bit stuck. Like, you know, where is this going, or what's happening here? Some confusion, misunderstanding. But this is transforming energy. I love the image on this card so much. So yeah, this is transforming energy with the Magician. So maybe somebody who's very creative as well. When I see the Knight of Cups next to the Magician, it may be somebody who has like beautiful creative abilities, or just, even if they don't do that for a living, it's something that they really enjoy, or something that you know, they can share with the world, or that they just see life in quite a creative way. They're able to creatively problem solve and things like this. We've got Seven of Cups in reverse next to the Hierophant. You may be dealing with somebody who's quite spiritual. They may be religious. They may be on a spiritual journey, maybe into self-development, spiritual development, meditation, yoga, something like this. They may be learning about different... there's no tea left. This is really sad. Different spiritual practices or different religions. They may be quite traditional in their approach to life. They may be quite a traditionalist in the terms of that they want to get married and have children and have a nice house with a white picket fence around it. Or they may dress quite conservatively, something like this. But what I'm seeing here with the Seven of Cups in reverse next to the Hierophant is this is someone who's narrowing down their options to make a commitment to somebody. And I sense that this is in relation to you. All right. So it's someone who's narrowing down lots of options and wants to make a commitment to something, to the future, to you. So with this Hierophant energy, you know, maybe even something long-term, or a marriage. So that's indicated here. And then closing your reading with the Strength card, Leo's energy. This is a card of the heart. the beautiful sacred heart. So this is a card of love. This is a card of being able to face fears, overcome challenges, be successful. So it may be somebody who's just got a big loving heart, and maybe someone who really loves you, and maybe somebody who needs to overcome some of their fears in order to connect with you deeply. So that is, you know, I'm really feeling that here. So that's really lovely. Okay, I'm going to mix some of these letters up and just see what comes out. I'll pick them first and then I'll let you know what they are. I'm going to pick 5, I think. 3, 4, 5. Let's see what we've got. Okay, we've got 2 eyes, so that may be significant to you. We've got an R. I think it will focus if I put it in the middle. An E and an M. So that may be significant to you, that may resonate. And I will look at your oracle cards as well. Interesting, so we have the card Strategy. This is a card 21, which breaks down to a 3. So those numbers may be significant to you. We also have like the images of a feather, of a compass, and of a key, and of sheet music on this card. So that may be significant to you about the person who is thinking about you. I feel like they're quite strategic. This reminds me of kind of like King of Swords energy. All right, so it may be somebody that does planning or logistics for a living. And maybe somebody who's just coming into, you know, who's got a good plan for their life. They know what it is that they want. It may be someone who's developing a strategy as to like how to get you into their life in some way, or to be able to connect with you. So these are all indicated with this card. We have the card Mistakes. This is very interesting for this to come up. It may be someone who's quite hard on themselves when they make mistakes, or it could be somebody who feels like they have made a mistake with you, or in their life, or in the direction that they've gone in their life, and they're trying to rectify that now. But it's indicated that they may, because I feel like for many of you, this is somebody who you're having a challenging relationship with, or maybe in separation with. I feel like this is somebody who feels like they've made a mistake with you in some way. So obviously a mistake is something that they're able to recognize, and something that they feel bad about and that they regret. There are some themes going through these readings today, which I find really validating when that happens. But yes, so maybe someone who feels like they've made a mistake in, maybe they've said the wrong thing, maybe they've done the wrong thing, but that is indicated here. Look at this, the Lion, animal spirit card. So, and what did we have as the outcome for your reading? Strength. So Leo's energy very strongly represented here. It may be worth checking out this person's chart if you've got something, somebody in mind that this is resonating with, to see if they've got a lot of Leo energy in their chart, or maybe just that you're dealing with a fire sign, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, so that may be indicated for you. But this is somebody who has a lot of integrity. This is somebody who may seem very intimidating, or you found them very intimidating when you first met them, or they may be quite intimidating generally. They may be a parent, a father or a mother. That may be indicated as well. I sense that they're very loyal, definitely. In how they see things. They may know a lot of people. It may be the case that they've just got like a few close friends around them, but they may have a lot of people, but they have their own tribe around them who they really resonate with, who they connect to, who they are really loyal to, who mean a lot to them. Okay, so if you're allowed into that inner sanctum of their life, of their relationships or friendships or family, then this is something that is deeply meaningful to them. They'll expect a lot from you because they'll give a lot. Okay, again, the energy of the beautiful heart center with this card, with this lion energy. All right, so just take what resonates in this reading. I'm really looking forward to chatting to you in the comments about this. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations. They are all linked in the description box. If you are still with me at the end of this reading, thank you so much for sharing your beautiful time and energy with me. It's been my honor to read your cards. But yeah, if you want to find out any more about my meditations, they are linked below. You don't need to be good at meditation. If you're just like, oh, I can't do meditation, it's fine. You can fall asleep. It's just a beautiful way of relaxing, switching off from the day and just nourishing yourself with positivity to help create beautiful circumstances in your life, in love, relationships, and abundance. All right. So yeah, but have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots of love, and I look forward to seeing you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, welcome to your reading. Everyone who picked group number 3, this is for everybody who picked the beautiful Celestite blue crystal. All right, I just want to thank my Lumies, my amazing subscribers. Thank you for being part of this community. I'm really humble and grateful to all of you. And also, I just want to say, if you find that this reading resonates with you a little bit differently, right? So if it resonates and you think, oh, this sounds more like me than somebody else, it could be that it's because the person who's thinking about you is like a soulmate or a kindred spirit. You're very similar in some way. So it sounds like you, or it could be just a little message from spirit that perhaps you need to reflect on yourself a little bit at this time, to nourish yourself, or to reflect on what is out of balance in your life. It can also mean that you've been guided to this video for a particular reason, and that maybe the message that resonates with you is in one of the other groups. So you may want to check out one of the other groups, because sometimes when we make our selection we can get in our own way a little bit, so that can happen. All right, today I've also got this bowl of letters, alphabet letters, so I'm going to pick out some letters as well to see if those resonate. I did order a beautiful velvet bag to put them all in, but it hasn't arrived in time, so we're going to have to make do. So let me check out your tarot cards to begin with, and we will see who is thinking about you. So we've got the Sun. I'm using the Fountain Tarot today. All my decks are linked in the description box. We've got 5 of Cups, Death, the Hermit, 3 major arcana so far, 5 of Wands, 4 of Swords, 4 of Cups in reverse. These are stuck together. 7 of Wands. This is the Soul Cards Tarot, these black ones, and the King of Cups to close your reading. Let me just sip some water. So we have got beautiful energy here. So Leo's energy, Scorpio's energy, Virgo's energy is strongly represented in this reading, so that may resonate with you, but if it doesn't, don't worry about it too much right now. This is somebody, this is love, this is a card of love, so it's somebody that loves you, this Sun energy. Okay, maybe somebody from a different part of the world. It may be that you have summer birthdays, someone from a different cultural background to you, somebody that you met while you were traveling, somebody that you met in the summertime, or that you have really good memories with them, right, during summertime. Okay, so that's indicated here with this Sun card, but you really light up their life, you bring them a lot of happiness on the whole. Okay, so you have this beautiful connection, and you have shared happiness together with this person who we're thinking about. So this could be romantic or it could be friendship, but what I'm picking up on here is that this is a challenging connection that you've got with this person who is thinking about you now, and this is why they're thinking about you. There's something about your connection between you both which is challenging. Maybe you're not in each other's lives, maybe it's from somebody from the past who you lost touch with due to not understanding one another. It could be somebody who's in your life where you don't understand each other, because we have this we have this Five of Cups to the Death card. So this is somebody who's experiencing some sadness, some loss about this connection, because maybe you're no longer in each other's lives, or maybe you're separated for some reason. And that maybe this connection ended, so it may be something from the past, or it could be something where you decided to go your separate ways, right? For whatever reason, that you're no longer in each other's lives. So this is just get a sense that there's like an energy of regret, an energy of loss, of sadness, of missing, of like someone, the person who's thinking about you is really missing you. And it's something with this Death card, it could be something that's ended, right? But it's also something that they'd like to transform. They want to transform these energies. They want to feel better about this connection. So you see, it's quite a specific message, but it could be romantic, or it could be, you know, it could be different, you know, just a friendship. But with the Death card, it's something that it's quite spiritual in a way. Like a spiritual connection. Maybe you learnt spiritual, this is what I'm picking up from Spirit, that you've learnt spiritual lessons from one another, from this person, or they learned spiritual lessons as a result of having you in their life. Maybe it was quite a triggering connection, or it is quite a triggering connection if they're still in your life. Maybe you trigger each other. Okay, I'm definitely seeing that here. But ultimately, you know, because we're opening the reading with the Sun, there is love. There is that expansive energy, like you're in each other's lives for a reason, or you were in each other's lives for a reason, to expand each other's consciousness, to expand each other's vision and understanding, and to bring clarity, and just think, I understand more about relationships, or about myself, or about the world, or about my own patterns as a result of knowing this person, or they definitely feel that way about you. Which is interesting. We have the Hermit. Let's look at these cards at the center of your reading, because they're pretty powerful. So the Hermit, Five of Wands, Four of Swords, like this. This is somebody who feels isolated, who feels lonely, who is really thinking about you and reflecting about you. But this Five of Wands is really about stress and tension between you both. Whoever this person is who's thinking about you, they have experienced some stress and tension. It could be that these feelings are conflicted feelings within them, that they feel conflicted within themselves. Or it could be conflict between you both in terms of a disagreement, even arguments, or just being triggered by one another, if it's that kind of fiery, triggering connection. So I feel, I'm getting an image of somebody who wants to go back into their shell. I feel like they've retreated or withdrawn from this connection, or from your life, or maybe just energetically a little bit. These are both, it's powerful, because the Hermit and the Four of Swords are both cards of contemplation, of, you know, learning those spiritual lessons, of, you know, taking steps towards awakening, of, but ultimately of, I feel like they feel lonely without you. They feel disconnected from you in some way, that they can't, this person who's thinking about you can't reach you, can't connect to you. Maybe there's just physical distance between you, and they want that tension, is that they want to be with you, they want to see you, but they can't. So that is indicated here. But definitely a lot of loneliness in this reading, with the Five of Cups here, and the Hermit and the Four of Swords. I'm just getting the sense of, like, late at night they really kind of miss you, or think about you, like they feel melancholy, they feel like they've missed out on something, but they're open to you. With this Four of Cups, this person who's thinking about you is really open to your energy, because it's Four of Cups in the reverse. So this is someone who's coming out of being closed off. So it's someone who's thinking about things, is coming to conclusions, and is open to your energy, is open to experiencing you in your life, or what it is that you have to offer them, because we have the Seven of Wands. So it may be somebody that you rejected in the past. This is definitely indicated here. Maybe rejected in a romantic way, or just rejected through friendship, just saying, no, I don't want to be friends with you anymore, or you know, I'm not resonating with you, I'm not resonating with this connection, but there's some stress here. They're open to your energy, and the fact that you're maybe, you know, what's indicated is that you're not in each other's lives or not connecting very deeply at this time is causing them a lot of stress with the Seven of Wands energy. Again, it indicates that it's someone who feels triggered by you, or you trigger them, or just this feeling of tension between you both. I feel like they're open to you, but there's something about this that feels very stressful for them. They're just like, you know, what it is that they're open to is deeper connection, deeper friendship, deeper feeling, but with the Seven of Wands in between, it's Four of Cups in the reverse, which is open, Seven of Wands, which is feeling stressed about stuff, and then King of Cups is the closing card to your reading. So very powerful. So, you know, maybe that they want to offer you love, it may be that they're open to exchanging deeper connection or love from you, but there's something that stands in the way of that, is what I'm seeing with these powerful cards here. So closing the reading with the King of Cups, this is somebody who is a really good friend to you, is a really good friend generally to people, someone who's a good listener, somebody who is an old soul, right? Somebody who you resonate with really deeply. Could be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with this. It indicates a soulmate or a kindred spirit in your life that you're dealing with here. I sense that you've known each other in many lifetimes as well. So when you first met them, they may have felt very familiar to you. So that's what I'm picking up on as well. But they want to be your friend. They're open to being your friend, but there's something that is blocking that, some sort of tension or stress. That stress may just be that they don't know how to make that happen. It could be someone who's got a crush on you, and you are not, that you've rejected them, or you're not open to their energy, and this is who is thinking about you. That's just one that may resonate for some of you. Okay, I'm going to pick some letters from this forward book. I'm going to pick the letters first. I'm going to pick 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's see what we've got. So we've got an A. We've got L, H, T, and Q. So that may resonate with you in who is thinking about you today. You may have more than one person thinking about you. It may resonate several ways. Okay, this is interesting. We have the card, the spirit animal card, Swan. Now this is my twin flame card, so it could be your twin flame who's thinking about you, which is why it's represented here, that it's such a challenging connection. It's also a card of soulmates, like we were talking about with the King of Cups. That is mirrored here in the energies with this swan image. So a soulmate, a kindred spirit that we're talking about. There is this reflective quality. You may reflect each other's wounds, you may reflect each other's triggers, you may reflect each other's good points. It can indicate that it's someone that you have a lot in common with when we see this. So this beautiful swan energy. All right, we have the card All Tied Up. This card is a 23, which may resonate with you, which breaks down to a 5. So that may resonate with you. 5 is also the number of change as well. So, you know, and we had the 5 of Wands represented in the middle of your reading. But this card, All Tied Up, is very similar to the Hanged Man energy, the energy of the Hanged Man in the tarot. So I feel like your person is, sorry, these cards are super shiny. They reflect a lot with my studio light. But all tied up means that they're feeling really tied up in how they feel about you, this person who is thinking about you, right? In several ways. So they're kind of tied up with you energetically. So it's like you've got a soul contract, you're like destined to be in each other's lives. You are woven into the tapestry of each other's lives during this lifetime. Maybe not forever, maybe just for a small part of this life, but definitely part of each other's story is what I'm hearing, and maybe several lifetimes as well. So you're bound to each other in this way, but also they're feeling tied up to you. And your energy. So I sense, what I'm really sensing is that your energies are wound together with each other. So even if you're separate, or even if you're not getting on with this person who's thinking about you, however it resonates, maybe your family, right? And you're bound to each other through blood, through family blood, or it could just be that you're bound energetically to them. But I'm just getting these images of just being like completely like bound together with that person. So they're still very much in your energy. You're still very much bound to each other energetically. This person isn't separate from you or gone from your life or not feeling you. When you're tied up in this way, they can really sense your energy. You may be able to share energy with one another. All right. We have the card self-sufficiency as well. I'm wondering if this person is an introvert. This is indicated here with this Hermit card, this self-sufficiency card, the King of Cups. Sometimes they may be slightly more introverted than extroverted. It can indicate that they just get replenished in their own company. They sometimes need a little bit of time on their own to reflect, and that helps them out to kind of process things in life. Maybe that with this self-sufficiency, they're a little bit of a loner, or they feel like they're unable to rely on other people. They're very much like, well, you know, they may have a fear or a mistrust of other people. Not for everybody. I'm just sensing this as a message for some of you, where they're just like, oh, I can't fully trust people, and that may be from their past experiences. That's just for some of them, and so they hold back a little bit. It could be more resonate more positively in that they're just self-sufficient. They're getting on with their own life. They're earning their own money. They don't rely on anybody else. They don't ask. They may struggle to ask people to help them. It may be that they've never been given anything in their life. You know, they've always had to. Maybe they didn't have parents who particularly had a lot of money, or people never helped them out with their school tuition or their driving lessons or buying them a car or getting on the property ladder, whatever it is. They've always done things for themselves. Maybe because people weren't able to help them or they didn't help them, but they're making their own way in the world. That's what I'm sensing. And also, they're quite a spiritual person. When I see this Swan energy and this King of Cups, they've got this beautiful, and the Hermit. They've got this beautiful spiritual energy to them. That spiritual component, they understand about the spiritual, they're able to access the spiritual nature of life. Okay, but also just this person is a lot of fun on the whole. I think we're dealing with a particular aspect of them, right? But with the Sun card, you know, you light up their life is what I'm hearing. All right. So thank you so much for spending your beautiful time and energy with me. If you're still here with me at the end of this reading, thank you so much. I'm really honoured. If you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your vibration, or my beautiful book, Attract Soulmate Love. Everything's on my website, so I'll link it in the description box if you want to find out more about it. But my meditations really help people to dissolve their blocks and challenges towards love and abundance. So you don't need to be good at meditation. It's just a chance for you to relax and to bathe in some of that beautiful positivity and raise your vibration. All right, check that out if it resonates. But have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye. Hey everybody, or welcome to your reading. Everyone who picked group number 4. This is for everyone who picked the beautiful raw rose quartz. Okay, I just want to say quickly, if you find that this resonates more and it feels like it's speaking about you more than somebody else, sometimes this can indicate that it's a message from Spirit to take care of ourselves better, to maybe reflect on something in our own lives, reflect on something within ourselves. So I just wanted to put that out there. I also want to let you know that I'm going to be picking some letters as well to see if they resonate. So I've got this beautiful bowl of all letter pieces here for you, bit of ASMR, you know. I was going to put them in a lovely velvet bag, but it didn't arrive in time, so we're just going to have to make do with this. Okay, so I'll start with the tarot, and I will look at your oracle cards in a moment, and we will see who is thinking of you right now. So we've got the beautiful Temperance card. This is the Knight of Pentacles. I'm using the Fountain Tarot in this part of the reading. All my decks are linked in the description box. Two of Swords in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. The Page of Swords. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. The World. 6 of Swords. And the 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so the predominant energies here are Sagittarius as well as Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Okay, so that may resonate with you, but if it doesn't, don't worry about it too much. Seeing these two together, the Temperance and the Knight of Coins, I feel this is somebody very grounded, somebody who's very authentic and really understands themselves in a way that not many people do. So they're happy just to be their own person, to live their own life on their own terms. It doesn't occur to them to be any other way. This person may be an introvert. They're definitely very measured. They're not somebody to kind of lose their cool too much. You know, it doesn't mean that they're not human, but just like, they're just quite measured. They're able to listen. They're a really good listener. They listen to other people and what they have to say. They're very compassionate. They understand other people's points of view, and they've got lots of time for other people. Okay, they're very measured. They're not in a rush. I sense that they're very timely. They're not often rushing around or late for anything. They might be quite chill, quite relaxed, quite measured like that, which I think is really nice. They're quite peaceful. They may not talk too quickly. They're not in a rush to sort of have their opinion heard. They're very soulful in the way that they are. So they're not sort of operating too much out of ego. This is somebody who is you know, more in touch with their soul. They're not too bothered about like trying to fight their corner, or, you know, they're happy just to let things go. They're a peacekeeper is what I'm hearing from Spirit. They try and help other people to get along with one another. And that may be one of their gifts. Okay, so I feel that it may be quite frustrating for other people who want to rush more, who are kind of want to get things done. They kind of do things at their own pace a little bit. I feel like this person has been slow about making a decision with this Two of Swords. Like, they really don't know what to do about it. This decision may be to do with their life's path, or it could be to do something to do with you as you have tuned into this reading. So there may have been could just be that they're an undecisive sort of person, or that they're slow to making decisions because they're worried about making a mistake. That is indicated here. But it could also be that they have the need to make a decision about something to do with you, to do with your connection, to do with your life together if you have one, or the future. And that is indicated here, and perhaps they haven't done that yet, or they've been slow in doing that, because what they're worried about, there's a lot here about kind of the future. You know, Temperance is about long term, Knight of Pentacles is about building towards the long term, and I feel that your person has a fear of making the wrong decision and it causing unhappiness. Particularly what I'm hearing from Spirit is to other people, to somebody else. They're worried about their own happiness, but what I'm hearing from Spirit is they're worried that something that they have done or a choice that they've made has made somebody else unhappy. Okay, with this 10 of Cups in the reverse. So this is what I'm picking up on. So they're either making a decision, or they're scared to make a decision, or they have made a decision in the past which has resulted in unhappiness of somebody else, and this you know, they're a good person in their heart, and they don't want to you know, make anybody unhappy like that, or, you know, to make someone else unhappy really pains them. So they may be an empath as well, because I'm sensing that they're able to sense other people's energies. This may not be something that they are aware of, that they connect to people in that way. Okay. At the center of your reading, we have the beautiful Page of Swords. You may find that your person who is thinking about you may be a little bit younger than you, or they may be a younger in spirit or younger souled. I feel like a lot of your communication, maybe just generally or maybe at the moment with this person, is electronic. So it's like online communication or over the phone, but it isn't so much in person. Could be that you're in no contact and this is somebody who's just keeping watch on you and really kind of checking you out from afar by looking at your social media or by asking around with your shared friends and acquaintances to kind of check up on what it is that you are doing. It's like they're definitely keeping an eye on you, this person who's thinking about you. They want to know what it is that you're up to, what it is that you're doing. All right. We've got this 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. This could indicate that your person is struggling financially. Maybe they've got a big debt that they need to pay off. Maybe they're paying off a big loan. Maybe they're struggling to make ends meet, or they're having some financial problems. You may not be aware of this at this time. It's interesting. Let me show it to you. It's interesting. I know you can't see it very well on my old camera, but you've just got, sorry, that's the wrong way around. These two 10s in the reverse and then the Page of Swords in the middle. I just wonder if like there's something that they're not telling you, they're trying to hold back, you know, that maybe they've made a mistake, or they're unhappy, or that they're floundering in life, they don't really know what to do, and this is they haven't really spoken up about it. So maybe they're struggling emotionally, they're struggling to feel fulfilled. They're definitely thinking a lot about the long term, and I just sense that maybe they don't know what to do for the best for the long term. Could be to do with a relationship, or their relationship with you, or for a career, but they're definitely indecisive about making a decision which will affect their future. So this is what I see here. So, and they're worried about creating unhappiness. When I see these two 10s in the reverse, or a decision that they're making being detrimental in some way. We've got the World card. This could indicate that your person is from a different state, a different country, a different culture, a different background to you. They could be from overseas. That is indicated here. The person who is thinking about you at this time. And we have the 6 of Swords. So this may be somebody who was in your life but has moved away. So has maybe moved out of your life. Maybe you were very close at one time and now there is physical distance between you both, and that they've moved on. So it could be a relationship with you that they've moved on from, or a connection with you and they physically moved away from that. It indicates that that connection has maybe completed and they're moving on, or it could indicate that again, you were in each other's lives but you have been separated by distance. So, you know, moved to different cities, or you moved from them, and now that there's this physical distance between you. So that is indicated here as well. Closing your reading with the 9 of Pentacles, I sense that your person who's thinking about you is single right now, or else they are perhaps not in a committed relationship. So they may be seeing somebody, but it's nothing too serious. So this is what I'm picking up on. This also speaks of independence, of them just kind of taking care of themselves, taking care of their needs. They're doing what they need to do for them. They want to live a good life is what I'm hearing, and but just this energy of independence, just like they don't need to lean on anybody is what I'm sensing. You know, they're okay, they can manage their own diary, they can, you know, they're managing this process. If they're going through one, they can just you know, manage to organize themselves, and they don't rely too much on somebody else to try and prop them up or to rescue them. I sense that maybe they may not reach out and talk to other people. They kind of keep themselves to themselves a little bit. All right, let's pick some letters right now and just see if any of these resonate for you in your situation. I'm going to pick them out and pop them on the table for you, and then I will let you know what they are in a moment. But I'm looking away. and we'll see. Let's mix them up a little bit, what we've got. Okay, all the wrong way around. Okay, so we have the letter B, we have the letter M, we've got two O's. They may have two O's in their full name. We've got a blank tile, which is pretty much unhelpful. So I will pick another one. That's an I. And Spirit is saying two more. So we have a T and an N. Okay, so that may resonate with you a little bit in your situation, but let's look at your oracle cards and see. Wow, this is interesting. So we have the card Firefly. So this may be somebody who's got a creative streak to them. It may not be what they do for a living, but you know, maybe they're creative. Maybe it could be what they do for a living. They could be creative, but just definitely this indication that they're creative, and that they are inspired by things. So they get very inspired by something. They see something and they, you know, maybe it's a YouTube channel or a person or a painting, and they like really get into it, or music, a piece of music, something like this, and they feel very inspired about it, and it triggers something in them. So they're able to connect to the beauty of the world. I feel like they really shine a little light in your life. This does indicate that maybe they're not in your life consistently, but when they are in your life, they really light up your world, and it's very enjoyable, right? So that's kind of indicative, you know, that they're not with you all the time, perhaps. But they're like a little spark. They might have like quite a sparky sense of humor, or, you know, can be quite sparky or quite witty, something like this. What else am I picking up on from this? Let me come back to it in a minute. But what's interesting here is we have two cards, both with the word abundance on them. So this is from the Wild Offering Oracle deck, which says abundance, and this is blossoming abundance. So this is a number 3. So that may resonate with you. This has images of owls and butterflies on it, and a meadow, and this has images of the flower lily of the valley. So that may be significant to you. But it's interesting because we've closed your reading with the 9 of Pentacles here. So I feel like all this abundance in their life is just maybe they've got quite an abundant personality. They're able to connect to the energy of gratitude is what I'm hearing, which kind of grows more for them to be grateful for in their life. You know, where some people see the glass half empty, they definitely see the glass half full. They're grateful for everything that they have. They could have come from quite a wealthy background or a comfortable background, or it could be that they're working towards their wealth, because this 9 of Pentacles is really about creating wealth for yourself, maybe from their creativity or their own inspired action, is what I'm hearing from Spirit with this Firefly. So they may have their own business, they may be considering their own business, they may side hustle, but they may be just wealthy in their own right. And this is what's indicated here, you know, that they're quite well off, or that they're doing quite well financially. So yeah, and that they've got a lot to be grateful for in their life, because abundance isn't just about money, it's about joy and laughter, prosperity, human connection, love, family, all of these things. So I just sense that they are, they have a lot to be grateful for. They've got a lot around them, which is, you know, creates abundance, and that your connection creates abundance for them in your life. You know, it feels, what I'm hearing from Spirit is that it feels very special. Your connection feels very special, feels very rich, right? And rewarding for them to spend time with you, for you to be together. Oh yeah, and what I'm picking up on from this Firefly is just that you may find them inspiring, right? Because I'm just getting this message of inspiration, so you may find them quite inspiring. Maybe it's something to do with the way they dress, or they introduce you to different music, or like different venues, or different places to go, or different foods, or something like this. There's something about them which kind of enriches your life and brings abundance to your life, because they introduce you to new things, or they introduce you to a different way of thinking about things, which brings like an expansion in your awareness, and brings more joy to you, that you can really feel, and you're just like, yes, this is really cool. Thanks for sharing that with me. So whenever they connect with you, they bring something to you that you can really get on board with, that feels very inspiring to you. Okay. I'm looking forward to connecting with you in the comments. Let me know how this resonates. It's been my honor to read your cards today. Thank you so much if you stayed here all the way until the end. I want to thank my Loomies, my amazing subscribers of this channel, supporters of this channel, of me, and supporters of each other in this community. It's super lovely. I'm really humble and grateful by it. So yeah, and if you feel called to, please check out my beautiful collection of guided meditations and affirmations to help to raise your frequency and keep you in that high vibration. You don't need to be good at meditation to do this. It's just a beautiful opportunity for you to relax and nourish yourself with some positivity. Okay, and we all need a bit more of that. Check that out if it resonates with you. Loads of information in the description box, and also check out my website, loads of cool stuff on there. Oh, and also follow me on Instagram, because I'm doing more things to do with the holistic relationship series on my IGTV. So yes, if that calls to you, check that out as well. But it has been lovely. You are all beautiful and amazing. I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.